Testing 1 2 1 2. If you in the chat room, put a 1 in the chat. Let us know we coming through loud and clear. Put a 1 in the chat. What's up, K-Bomb 20?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm just trying to check to see if we sounding good on the live right now.
Yeah, yeah, they need to let us know. So if you're in the chat room, let us know we coming through loud and clear. Put a 1 in the chat room, a 1 in the chat room. So, and I'm gonna mute us. We coming through.
Yeah, we coming through good.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so we got a lot to talk about tonight. It might just be me and Mr. K-Bum 20. Hopefully D2K is able to join us. Hopefully Norris is able to join us. But hit that like and subscribe and notification button. Share this on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you is, share it so we can get some more folks up in here. Let them know we live and in the internet. But yeah, man, we got a lot to cover tonight, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a busy one.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm rejuvenated, charged up, ready to go.
So I'm gonna share it. Go on and share it on Twitter, man. Let them know we on this joint, and then let them know to join us.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Have you shared it on Twitter yet?
Yeah, I just did.
All right, I'll find yours, retweet yours.
All right.
Make it easy for me.
Yeah, I'm liking this not having to do all that stuff. Having everything ready to go. It's a lot more easy on my part.
What's up?
I guess I had my earphones down. Yeah, it's coming through real loud and clear. So, man, I still gotta go see Eternals, but I did get a chance to see Shang Tsung. Is that how you say it?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Shang-Chi. I enjoyed that movie, man. I enjoyed that movie a lot. I also got a chance. Yeah, I really did enjoy that. There was some dry points. Turn this music down a little bit. There was some dry points in it, but for the most part, I did enjoy it. I also like that the other movie with The Rock in it, with the boat. What was that called?
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. I like Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
Cruise.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I had a good time with these movies, man. Not having to pay for them, you know.
True that.
Then had to pirate or boot them, you know, do the whole boot. So, yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was fun. Again,
I'm not hating on. I'm just curious that you like that. I haven't seen Jungle Cruise, so I don't really have an opinion about it. So.
You need to check it out. I also watched the new one he got with the old boy, Ryan Reynolds. On,
Red Notice?
Red Notice is good. Good one, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard not so good things about that one, though.
Oh, you know, they always try to hate to direct to Netflix movies, man. They trying to protect Hollywood, trying to protect the theater, bro. They did the same thing with Will Smith movie when he, is it Star Bright? What was the name of that movie?
Bright. I think it was just Bright.
Just Bright. Yeah, they tried to do the same thing with that movie. And I enjoyed it too. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But the movie with The Rock and old boy wasn't bad at all. It was really good.
Yeah, it had a Wonder Woman too, right?
Yeah, and dude, it's hard seeing her play a somewhat villain, but she really ain't a villain, but she is a villain. But there's a lot of twists and turns in it, so I don't want to spoil nothing.
Yeah, don't spoil nothing.
Yeah, but anyway, we got 3 people watching, 2 thumbs up. So if you in the chat room, let us know who you is. We're about to get this thing started. Who is in here with us? Come on, let's go.
It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topics busted. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and DJ K-Bum 20 on the MIC. Jet our night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. But it's say live and level, live and level.
What's up?
3, 2, we on the MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level.
What's up? We are in here. What's up, K-Bump 20?
Yo, what's good, man? What's up, peoples?
Yeah.
The YouTube universe, what's up? How y'all doing? I am excited to be here on this day and chop it up with some topics. It's gonna be a juicy one today, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we about to get it in, man. We about to do this thing. Yeah. So anyway, I'm up here singing. I sound pretty good too, man, when I hit that note. What you think?
Well, it wasn't that bad. I ain't gonna hate.
So anyway, we are back. Another Live and Level Gamers podcast. We're trying to keep this thing consistent, and we want y'all to share and post it wherever you can post it. But anyway, we're here to talk about these games, and a lot of news going on in gaming right now. A lot of news. We got the Game Awards announcing their nominations for their different awards. But mainly what we want to talk about is Game of the Year, because I was shocked at some of the ones that were showed. That was pretty cool. Some of the games that made it into the Game of the Year.
Okay.
Also, we got to talk about this situation with Activision and the CEO, or what is he? What's his name? Bobby. Kotick?
Not Kotick. Bobby Cott.
Cott? It's just Cott.
Cott.
One word? Okay.
Yeah, I think like Cott. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably saying it wrong, but it's all good.
All right, but
Somebody
Bobby,
get us right.
we know it's Bobby, CEO.
Bobby. Dang it, Bobby.
So we got to talk about that. We also got to talk about what was the other thing we got to talk about?
Toxic online
gamers. Oh, K-Bum got a good story to tell, and I'm all ears for it. But anyway, before we get into that, you know what we do first. Let's get into it. Here we go. Yeah. You know what time it is. It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. Alright, so K-Bum, since it's just me and you, could you tell me, what have you been gaming on this week?
So, for most of the week, or a good part of the week, the main game I've been gaming on is still that Guardians of the Galaxy. And I've gotten further into the game. I got a little bit into the storyline. I've got a little bit into the combat system. I've gotten some more play time with the characters, the adventure, the dialogue. And I do have to say this. even though we had our issues with Avengers, this game hits the mark. It nails the feeling of a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It nails it to the T. As long as you can get past the Guardians not sounding exactly like the Guardians that you are remember from the movies, as the faster you can get off of that, the quicker you will enjoy this game. And I will have to say, I am absolutely enjoying this game to the fullest. And because it hits on those pieces that I love when as far as it comes to a video game. And you guys know I'm a Sony guy. I'm a Sony guy because Sony, not because it's Sony. I can care less about Sony. It's because Sony makes the type of games I like, which is the action, adventure, story-driven games. That is my wheelhouse. That is the type of games that I love. Those are the type of games that I play. And Guardians of the Galaxy is an action, adventure, story-driven game that hits it on so many different levels. I'm ecstatic about this game. It's fun. And I do have to say, Rocket, the voice actor, whoever the voice actor is for Rocket, and the way they portrayed him in this game, he's the glue that brings the game together. His character, the way he sounds, the way he talks, his interactions, he's the glue that brings the entire cast and the entire story together. The guy who plays Star-Lord is good too, but the guy who plays Rocket, he's the whole reason why you enjoy the game. It's because of Rocket. It's a very well-made game. The dialogue is excellent. The conversations are amazing. The combat system is surprisingly fun. I very much enjoy it. And the story is off the wall, pure craziness that you would expect from a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'm enjoying it. It's my most anticipated game for this holiday season.
Okay, like I said, you got me excited, and I'm seeing that they're gonna have some sales on that game. I even saw Digital Foundry's I guess review and breakdown of the game, and they had real high praise for it, and they equally didn't like the Avengers. Yeah, they liked it. They had a lot of good things to say about it. And like you, they didn't care for the Avengers game. Oh. So now, from what I understand, is this game made with a different engine than the Avenger game?
So I don't know about the engine. I know that graphically it looks different. It doesn't look the same as Avenger. So I assume it's a new engine. I don't know. But it is made by a different team. This is made by, I believe, the same people who do DX Mechana. How you pronounce that? The cyborg guy. DS. I forgot how to say it. Because this is Eidos Montreal. So this is a different people that actually makes this one than the ones who made Avengers. So
okay.
I believe,
yeah, that's kind of what they were saying. So, but I'm seeing that the price is going to be a little lower for Christmas, for Black Friday sale. So I'm gonna try to wait till then to see how low it get, and if it's low enough, like $39.99, something like that, $29.99. I think I'm gonna pick it up.
Deus Ex Mechana. That's okay. That's the name of it.
Deus Ex, yeah. So so anyway, far as me, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played anything at all this week. I haven't turned on my PlayStation. I haven't turned on my Switch. I haven't played anything. So there's no point in me sharing anything. It's just been one of them weeks, man, where my schedule just been too swamped to really get any gaming in. I wanted to play, but the last thing we played was me and my daughter beat It Takes Two. And, we beat that.
Getting some high praises on the Video Game Award nominations.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, I was kind of saving some of my points for that. But other than that, and I did play Metroid Prime, but that was last week. And I'm still in the same boat. So I haven't played nothing at all this week, so don't get mad at me, gamers. I didn't get any gaming in this week. But anyway, with that being said, since no one else is here, we're going to go ahead and move into our topics. So let's go. Get this in. So which one you want to tackle first, bro?
So I think I may want to delay a little bit because I want to see if we do get Keith in, because I'm curious on what he wants to say about the Activision one. So I don't want to start off with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not start with that one because I kind of do want to hear kind of his points about that.
Well, you brought up. We can start with I want to hear what he got to say about the toxic online, but we can go there, or we can talk about this situation with what was the other one? We had 3. We had toxic online.
Game Awards.
Game Awards. I don't want to do Game Awards yet either. Let's do this Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, let's jump on that. Okay.
Okay. So what was going on with Grand?
Okay. So GTA.
Okay.
If you guys haven't seen, GTA has gotten terrible reviews, and this is the GTA Remastered Trilogy game. It's getting slaughtered out there in the reviews, and a lot of it is deservedly so, right? You have a game, and granted, some of the game is 10, 20 years old, right? But it graphically, it sadly, some of it looks worse than it did 10, 20 years ago. And I'm like, how do you do that? How do you remaster a game to make it look worse? Nintendo. So I don't know. I'm not a big GTA fan. I have only briefly played any of the GTAs, but so it's getting massacred about the graphics and the way it looks, and I've been hearing reports that the way that it plays, that it's sluggish, the frame rates are bad, and that it's just overall not a good game, right? I think last time I checked, it was like at a 0.9 at the user review. It was getting slaughtered. But the piece that I wanted to bring up that to me indicates how wrong 2K or Take-Two Interactive was. I think how wrong they were when they released this, and they knew they were doing something bad. And it's funny because they were the same ones who had they were very opinionated when Cyberpunk did their thing, right? When Cyberpunk released their pile of crap game to the last gen consoles. They were very opinionated there. But one of the things that Take-Two did, which is unlike anybody else, they delisted the other versions of the trilogies. They took them out of stores, online stores, digitally. So before this game came out, they delisted those trilogy games. And so if you didn't buy them before, the only way to get them was through this remaster version.
Okay.
And I think that's a little dirty. Like, yes, this thing is a piece of crap, but to take it out of the stores so that this is the only way to get it is through this method, and you didn't even put your best foot forward, to me kind of screams like that you're trying to get by on your consumers, and that you're not putting you're putting your money ahead of the consumers.
Let me send this shout out real quick. Welcome to the show, Sister Nia.
Welcome.
And to answer your question, no, we didn't just start. We started at 8. We just getting into our topic, so you missed all the goodness before that. But welcome to the show. We happy for you to be here. So, but go ahead and finish what you were saying.
That's all I was finishing up. That's kind of my thought about it, is that Take-Two we're being very greedy. And And not only did they delist the games, the trilogy games that were already out there, they have been headhunting since July the modding community and getting those mods that make the game look better, getting them removed from the modding community.
Speaking of mods,
So-
I got that one Keith shared. I'm gonna start playing it at this moment. So do you want me to play it or you want me to wait?
To play what?
The mod, the one that they was talking about how GTA should look versus how it looks.
Oh, yeah. You can go ahead and
right.
let that run.
So
Yeah,
let me set this up. So this is modded. This is GTA trilogy modded. How the modders think it should have looked. And looking at this, yeah, it does look a lot better than what they gave us. It's a little bit more realistic looking. I don't get why you think they didn't go this route.
Well, because it's a cash. They went for the cash grab route.
Okay.
This takes effort. This takes work.
You
this
think
takes,
so?
You're yes, because you're not using the same assets.
Assets. Okay.
Assets. You're not using the same assets. Like they probably use same assets, or they probably use lesser version, or they didn't reshoot or they said they remastered it, but I don't think they put a lot of work into this. I think this was kind of a cash grab type of thing, and it wasn't anything they really put. Because let's say this: when Take-Two releases a GTA, when Rockstar releases a GTA, they delay that thing.
Okay.
They don't just release it in any type of state. I don't think you can name a GTA that came out that was buggy, or well, they're always kind of buggy because it's an open world game, but it was never unplayable. It always had a bit of polish on the GTA games. No GTA game has been received as bad as this, and this was just a remaster. Like you didn't have to do that much work, and it looked like they did. They shot lower than even those expectations. So I don't know. I think they were just trying to make some easy money, because that's the whole reason why they delisted the trilogies, the other games, so that this is the only version out there for you to buy.
Now, there's been a lot of backlash about it. Similar, like you said, similar to the situation with Cyberpunk, stuff missing, stuff not playing right. It seemingly rushed out the door, and we get your money, and then we'll patch it up later. But we got your money
fix it later.
Now. Right?
Get your money now.
And I feel like that's been a issue within gaming, but I think we're partly to blame though. But in a sense, it's hard because you won't know that these games have these level of issues because they hold the reviews back so long. Like they put them under them NDAs and can't disclose anything until the night of, or the same day of, or even after.
Same day, a lot of times.
So you already unbought the game before you ever see a review. I guess what we need to start doing is just, until I see a review, y'all just ain't gonna get that first day sale.
Most people bought this game because they didn't even release too much footage of the game prior to it releasing. We didn't really see a lot of footage of it. So right now, I'm on Metacritic. Right now, the user score is 0.5.
Okay.
Not even a 1. 0.5, and there's 4,000, almost 5,000 reviews.
I'm gonna go over here
even looking at some of the critic reviews, GameSpot gave it a 40.
Okay.
PC Envision gave it a 50. This GameStar gave it a 58.
So
even the reviewers,
I'm taking it that the definitive version that they gave us looks nothing like what we're looking at right here.
Oh no. I've seen some pictures and it's laughable bad.
Okay, let me pause this and go over here, and let's look at some actual in-game footage. Okay, let me see. But go ahead, keep talking. I'm listening.
No, I mean I don't want to spend too much time on this. I think we've kind of give our opinions about it, and
yeah, we did. We talked about it.
I don't want it to be overlooked, right? The thing is, just like we didn't overlook Cyberpunk, right? And we gave it to Cyberpunk. I know I gave it to Cyberpunk because I that was a little bit worse because we were really, I know I was really anticipating that game, and they gave us footage that wasn't a reflection of the product, right? So, but for this, we've played these games before, and now how do you give us a remastered version that looks worse
This is the
than what we
remastered
played
version.
it 20 years ago?
This is the remastered version that we're looking at now, and that is noticeably nowhere near as good. But this, I don't know if this is even the same version. I don't think this is the same what we was watching on the other one, but still you get an idea of the quality of the modders versus what the actual developers gave us. And that's scary.
Yeah, this is Vice City. This is Vice City. I think the one we saw was GTA 3.
Okay, let me
Well, Vice City is after GTA 3.
Let me do
if I'm not mistaken.
GTA 3 then. Let me go.
But you don't have to. I mean, it's all self-explanatory.
No,
Because I believe it goes GTA 3, Vice City, then San Andreas. I think San Andreas was the last one before the new consoles came out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not the new consoles now. I mean, before.
Well, I just want to compare them, the definitive version compared to the modded version.
Okay.
And let me see. Because, I mean, that it really show us, what we're looking at. So, let's see.
Well, you basically
Yeah, that
looking
was
at
nothing.
something
They was talking about the
not-
rain is so bad you can hardly.
Well, the
But I
controls
think-
for GTA have always been trash, but you would think that they would. I don't know. I make fun enough of other companies for doing this, then I should definitely give it to Take-Two for doing the same thing.
This is what we got that we can go buy in the store. This and versus what they were showing with the modded. Oh, the modded is way better.
And they've been going after the modded community lately. For the past couple of months, I think 6 to 9 months, they've been going at the modding community, getting their stuff taken down.
Yeah, I see why. If a modder can make the game look like what the developers, a big team, couldn't do, a few modders undid and made the game look more modern than the modders, yeah, I would be mad at them too and try to shut them down because you're messing up my money. So
yeah, they've been usually they embrace that. They embrace kind of the modding community because even some of the GTA 5 modders I've seen when they have like Iron Man and the Hulk as the character, and I'm like, that's fun, fun to do. So they really kind of embraced the modders, but they wanted to make money off of this game, so they kind of went at them and they delist the original versions of the game and. Just so you have to buy this if you wanted to play the GTA 3 or Vice City or San Andreas, and because they need to make money, and so I hope they don't make money on this because this is a disservice to your consumers, to your people who enjoy your games, who want to support you. You did them a disservice by releasing this crap, and I hope they get below expectations and investors. Wow. See that this is the wrong thing because we don't, just like we're going to talk about in the article later today.
That's night
we
and day.
we don't want to encourage this.
This is night and day
easily.
from the modder to the. That's
Easily.
Embarrassing, bro. That they was able. This looks like. This makes way more sense for what systems can do today for the game to look like this compared to what they did. So they really cut corners. Cause man, I don't know if you can see it yet, but bro, you're right. This is GTA 3, and the remastered modded version looks, my God, better.
It's amazing. Yeah,
it does. It looks,
but we have to understand that these are made for PCs.
Still,
the modded community is made for the PC, so they utilize a higher, a better processor.
Still.
But still,
there's nothing here.
It's
There's
garbage.
nothing here that I see that a PlayStation 5, a PlayStation 4,
even 4.
I don't see nothing here that them systems couldn't do well. So there ain't no excuse for these developers. It's just like you said, K-Bump. They didn't have to. And they control the IP. They control the product. so they can, like you said, remove the older ones and then give us what they gave us and say, hey, you got to buy it. But yeah, I see why they're trying to shut down these modders, because this is embarrassing how good this looks compared. But no, they wasn't gonna sell us. They wasn't gonna give us all this in a trilogy for $69.90 or $59.99. This, I mean, dude, this is a totally like a new experience. Well, not a new experience, but it feels.
But no, it's a new experience to play that game like this is a new experience.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, that is crazy. Shout out to Keith Norris for putting that up, because when I saw it, I was like, okay, what's the big deal? Until I went and looked at the one that they actually gave us. I see why. It's like, bruh, this is a big deal. Like, this is sad compared to what they gave us. That looked like something that should be, the one that they gave like something that should be on the Wii or something like that.
Game Boy Advance. We talking about.
So anyway, let's end this. So
yeah, let's move on.
We ate. It's 30 minutes in. So let's go ahead and get on this subject about toxic online gaming. You had an experience, and I'm interested in what happened to you. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll kind of set the stage for this. I'll try to be quick to get through it. So, if anyone listens to the podcast, they know that I enjoy my online multiplayer games. So that's either playing Madden online with friends, playing 2K online with friends. We went over my Call of Duty history, and you guys know I've been playing Overwatch since Overwatch came out. So I'm playing online, playing Overwatch, enjoying myself. And there's a guy on my team, because usually Overwatch is more of a team-based game. So usually you have to communicate. So usually sometimes people wear headsets so that they communicate and call things out, because Overwatch is more team-based than most shooters, right? More than Battlefield, more than Call of Duty. It is more of a team-based type of game. You kind of have to coordinate with each other and in order to win. So there's one guy, he's just ranting and raving and just blaming everybody else for stuff not getting done, and they're advancing on us, and they're pretty much winning. They're pretty much kicking our butts at this point. And he was calling out all these other people. Then he calls out my character, and I've been on mute the whole time, because when people get to ranting and raving, I don't entertain it, so I've kept myself on mute. But he called on my character and asked me that, has anyone seen my character do something? And I got on the mic and said, yeah, man, my character, I've done this and this and this. And obviously, people who hear my voice can tell that I am an African American man. He understood that, and insist on calling me. I'm not going to say the word on YouTube, because I don't want to have issues with the video, but issue to calling me the N-word. Wow. And started to just go in, and I was like, wow, I'm just trying to enjoy playing Overwatch. And he was just upset and yelling at me, saying that I'm this and that and you're garbage, and that's why he told me that's why my father is not in my life. Wow. He told me that's why I live in the hood. And I'm sitting here. And I'm sitting here. He said that's why you. And I'm sitting here. And I was laughing.
How far I have to travel to get to your house?
Right.
Jesus.
So I'm so far from the hood.
Yeah. If he only knew.
So I'm sitting here. I'm actually laughing, because it's hilarious to me that he's so angry and so upset. So I'm laughing, and then he's talking. And he's talking like super fast. And I tell him, I say, hey, excuse me, can you talk a little bit slower? I'm trying to hear what you're saying about black people. Like, so I'm just being straight sarcastic about it. And he is like, as soon as I said it, he just went to, like, super mode and said, that's why you're broke, and why you rob, and you love fried chicken. I said, excuse me, I love what? You love fried chicken? I said, man, fried chicken is good.
Right, I love fried chicken too.
That's
I
a,
think
fried chicken is good.
I don't think KFC and Popeyes and Church's Chicken and all these store bought. I don't think they selling chicken to just black folks. So apparently a lot of folks like chicken. So,
Hey, he said I preferably that I love fried chicken.
oh my
I
God.
told him I do love me a fried chicken every now and
old
then. You're
this
right
dude?
about that.
How old did he sound,
He,
man?
he, he sounds about 20, 21, 23. He doesn't sound like a kid, but
Okay.
he doesn't sound like a man, right? And it was weird because it's been a while. I don't think I've ever been called the N word with a British accent. So that was new to me. that was new to me. Kind of with the British accent calling me the N word. So he's going to town, and I'm laughing. I'm enjoying myself because what I've learned is when you have somebody that's toxic and racist, is when they go off and get to call you the N word. What I do is that I don't get upset. I don't feed into their anger. I don't feed into whatever they're trying to do. I laugh because I find it hilarious and funny, especially when you tell me I'm broke and I don't make any money and my father's not in my life and my mother's a crackhead and stuff like that. So I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. And then almost at the end of the game, he was in there with either two to three other people he was in the game with. So it's 6 people total. So it's me, him, and I think either 2 to 3 other people in the chat were with him, right? They came into the game with him. They were either friends of him, online friends of him, and they were upset. They were like, "I can't believe that you will call this guy. You will say those type of things to him. You're gonna feel so bad after this. I just can't believe that you would say this and stuff like that." And they were upset that he was going on doing this, and and it was funny to me that they didn't know that he was a racist, and they were surprised, and me kind of egging him on, right, and laughing in his face as he says, "I love fried chicken," which I do love fried chicken. I mean, who doesn't? I'm kind of egging him on that his friends got to know a little bit more about him and got to know that he's a little racist. And so at the end of the game in Overwatch, right? So that all went down. I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed the whole time. I egged him on. I told him how much I love fried chicken. To me, it's funny. It doesn't get under my skin. It's an online. I call them online thugs, right? They say all that stuff because they're in the comfort of their own home, or they're the comfort of me not knowing who he is, because they would never say that if they were face to face to me. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me at all. But we get to the end of the game, and in Overwatch, like I said, I think either 2 or 3 of the people that were with him that was in the game was in his party, was with him. And they actually all voted for me for the player of the game. So I thought, well, there's a way of the game that you can send like a endorsement. You can endorse a player for playing well. And all of his friends endorsed me at the end of the game, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And then after the game, it was funny. I just sent him a really nice message, just saying, I don't know why why you're so angry, but if you need a friend in real life, I'm here for you. Let me know, and I hope you have a great day. God bless. Like, that's the message I sent him after the game, and he was so mad that I sent that message. He just went off on the message, and I just got a kick out of it because that's how I treat toxic people. Right, I don't stoop to their level of toxicity, because that's actually what they want. They want you to get angry, and they feed off of that. So I don't. I go the opposite route. I laugh, I have fun, I joke, I agree. Yeah, my mom's a crackhead. Right. Tell me more. That's what I kept saying to him, and he ran out of stuff to say. So that's So it was weird to me because I expect that in Call of Duty. Going back to the Activision thing, I expect that with Call of Duty. But I didn't expect that in Overwatch. Because normally the community is a much different community. But yeah, like I said, the guy was British and he was calling me the N-word, so that was quite entertaining. So that's kind of how I handle. So that's my quick story on that. And so the question I was kind of wanted to ask the group and our cast is, what do you do when you encounter the same type of behavior
I'll
when
be
you
honest with you.
experience someone toxic or racist? How do you handle the situation? Because people tell that we're black by our voice. I mean, I don't know how to not sound black when I talk. Okay, so normally people pick up on it, and they find an open door to now use the language that they can't use in real life. So how do you kind of?
And that's what I'm finna say,
level?
because I'm not as avid of an online gamer as you. I've never experienced that, K-Bump.
Really?
I have never. I mean, you ain't experienced that over Mario Kart. Nintendo doesn't have voice chat. I wish I had.
That's
some
funny,
on
bro.
Here. You know, Nintendo ain't
That's
got no
funny.
voice chat, man. So half the time, you ain't when you running over and getting hit with turtles, you probably is getting cussed out behind the scene, but I ain't never heard it. But
You ain't never heard it.
so that's when you said, and I'm gonna read what Nia said here shortly with how she deal with it. But one time I think I experienced a dude being talking crap, but not he didn't go racial with it. He just was talking stuff and being kind of disrespectful.
Okay.
And that's when we was on that when I was in that Madden league with you. And I was just practicing online, waiting for my match to start. And I was playing against a dude, and I think he got annoyed. I don't know what I was doing, but he got annoyed. I was beating him, but he got annoyed, and he said something I didn't even know that you can hear it. I didn't even know that it talked through the TV, and he talked through the TV. And it caught me off guard. Like, I was like, man, who is this? Who is this talking to me through the TV? And he was kind of talking stuff. And he also helped me, too, because it was something I was doing I didn't know that I was doing. He said, man, hold down so-and-so and so-and-so. And but I guess I ignored him so bad he had to
You wasn't speed bursting. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
you wasn't speed bursting?
I wasn't speed.
Yeah,
I was beating his,
I remember that.
Yeah, I was beating his butt though, but I wasn't speed bursting. I didn't realize I wasn't. But but that's the only thing. I have never experienced that.
Really?
But Nia said I usually don't talk, but I've been called the N-word before, so I've ignored it. Then she said somebody called me another black person, and I was talking. Let me say it again. Somebody called me and another black person I was talking to on Splitgate, the N-word.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Okay, so yeah, that's what she said. But y'all play online like that. I'm a single player.
Yeah.
Unless I'm playing with y'all in division, the worst thing I got is level head down. You know, so y'all talking. So I probably ain't the person for this conversation. I'm pretty sure Keith and D2K have experienced it. But no, I have yet, being mostly a Nintendo guy for up to a certain point in my gaming, I didn't ever really get into like the Call of Duties and all these different online games that, you do hear people talking to you in NBA and in Madden and all that. But, so no, I have yet to experience that, bro, at all. But I know it happens because I hear other people. It
happens. COD used to be the worst. So I used to play COD with my white friends. I have friends every color of the rainbow, and it's funny because like when I would play with my white friends, and someone would go on there and get to calling me the N-word. My white friends will be the ones that would attack. Like I didn't have to say anything. They would be the ones that would attack. And because we've talked about it and let them know that once they use the N-word, they're looking for a reaction from you. Right. They're looking for you to react and to get upset because they call you the N-word. And so my white friends would mock them and be like, "Oh, is that all you have? Is the N-word? You run out of stuff to say? Is that it? The N-word? Are you done now? Are you done with your rant?" And they would mock them, and it would be hilarious because I wouldn't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? They would just flame him themselves. And so that's why I've never let that stuff bother me in online games because what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get upset and be like, "I'll find you, I'll kill you and your mother, your whole family. I'll just find you and I'll burn you." Like, really? It's an online game.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's not that serious.
I've been called the N-word in person, and that doesn't bother me because I just call him one back. That's what I did. I remember in high school, I was in the locker room.
That's funny.
And dude, I don't know what his problem was, but he got mad at me for whatever reason. And we was joning, and he couldn't. I guess I was joning on him and getting him, so he gonna call me, the N-word. And I guess he was expecting me to respond a certain way. So what I did was, quick-witted as I am, I ain't an N-word. You an N-word. I'm not. So he got to this. He went to this posture of, I ain't an N-word. I'm white. He said that. I was like, well, N-word is a low down dirty person. I said, only low down dirty person I see here is you. So you must be. So he turned
funny.
so red in the face, and I just walked around him. And then the next altercation with him, he came up behind me and grabbed me or something, and I slammed him. Anyway, so he wanted some problems. I was smaller than him, but he didn't want nothing with me. He wanted some problems. But I've never been the one that. It's more when you try to treat me like I ain't a man that I get more ready to throw blows with you. When you start talking to me like I'm a child or something. You call me the N-word, I'm probably going to laugh at you. Like, oh, really? I must have really made you mad, but.
Really made you mad.
Yeah, you gotta. Exactly. That ain't gonna get me to go out. Now, if you trying to treat me like you calling me boy and talking to me like I'm a little, and add the N-word to that, you might catch about 5 blows to the face. But that's a whole different situation. So, but no, I ain't never. Yeah. That has never been something that. No, I'm not gonna just let you sit around and disrespect me. I'm gonna let you know you need to go on about your business with that, but. Bro, you're going to have to do way more than call me the N-word to get me to lose my cool. I'm probably going to, like you said, I'm probably going to laugh at you. I'm probably going to laugh at you, call you all type of N-words back. And Lord forgive me, I probably shouldn't have, but in that day, back in the day, that's what I would have did. I would have called you all type of N-words
It's the nuclear option, right? They think they're hitting the nuclear option, the nuke button, to cause this big explosion. And then when you just laugh it off, they don't really know how to handle it.
Right.
They don't really know what to do when you just laugh it off. And the video game her is right. Like that word doesn't have any power over me. I learned a long time ago when I was a kid that people, if you allow that word to make you react, that means people have power over you. Right? Because they're using words and language to make you do stuff. And if you allow that to happen, you have now given them permission and power over yourself. Right? That they can use stuff to make you do things. And I'm like, I have the power to make the decision of what I want to do and not to do. I'm not going to allow a word to trigger me in such. And so, to me, it doesn't. Like, I don't even react anymore. It's just like. It just rolls right off, and and a lot of times I think it's funny because people don't know what the people who use that don't know what to do after that. They kind of just stuck in this loop, and they just keep saying it, just hoping to get a reaction at some point. So So I was just curious about that. So I was, hopefully the YouTube audience can understand the way we're explaining and having the conversation about it. But for some of the people who don't really experience this, right? Some of our lighter complexion brothers and sisters don't kind of run into this, but just to let some of you guys know, this is kind of common territory. Online game this is unlike Level, who doesn't really go in game online that much, but for me,
I'm finna change. That's finna change. That is about to change. I realize.
We'll see.
Real talk. I've been looking at this situation with the Call of Duties and all these games, and I'm realizing, I might be missing. I might have allowed, and that was a topic I was going to bring up, but I'll save it for next time. Because I believe my Nintendo position caused me to miss a lot of experiences because I was just, Nintendo through and through, and I didn't think I was missing nothing elsewhere until I would say PlayStation 3 Uncharted 2 was the game that kind of like, okay, I gotta play that. And I did that with the Dreamcast too, but online wasn't like that back then. So I'm realizing more and more, man, I'm missing a very, very vital aspect of gaming. And not to say that I don't get the experience on Nintendo with, with the carts and the smashes and all the games there, but you don't get the full quality experience because you don't have everything at your disposal. You can't talk, you can't. I just like Nintendo extremely limits online experiences. So I plan on turning the new leaf, getting into some games that I normally don't play. Okay. That's my ambition for 2022, man. Trying new games, new experiences. So if I'm level head down for a few months, don't laugh at me. Just bear with me.
It's all good.
That's my plan.
I'm down for it. I'll be here.
But no, I'm not that fragile, bro. When it comes to stuff like that, I'm not that fragile. And I think a lot of weak-minded gamers who think black people and brown folks are that fragile are shocked when they realize, bro, hey, man, people ain't that fragile no more. You're going to have to do way more. Now, if you was in my face and I'm looking at you, you thinking I might try you just to see if you built of anything. But most folks, and I'm trying to stay in my right lane of Christianity. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't trip off of that in the sense that I'm finna lose my cool and go to jail. You had to do something way worse to me than that. Like, say something about my woman or something about my children or something like that, then you might get a rise out of me. Calling me the N-word, I'm just gonna call you one back and see you rise and get all out of yourself.
My father has always said to me, if it's not true, why would you react as if it is?
Right.
If they call me something that I'm not, why I know I'm not. Why would I react as if it is? So it's normally not too much stuff someone can say to me to get a reaction because I know I'm not that. So you can't get a rise out of me because I know who I am. So you can call me what you want. I mean, that's cool. It makes you feel better. At the end of the day, if it makes you feel better, say what you need to say, sir. Say what you need to say. Because I know who I am.
Speaking of harassment and toxicity, let's go to this next topic. Let's go to this next topic. So, Activision, we have a serious problem here. Let's talk about this. So Activision is in some serious stuff right now. Deep toilet foot stuck in the trap.
Lord have mercy.
So Activision Blizzard, how a lawsuit led to calls from the CEO's resignation. Now this is what web? I don't know. This is CNET. So now this is big when the PlayStation CEO is got words to say too. So what's going on here? So
Phil Spencer did too. He said something too, I think today.
Who did?
The Xbox guy. I think
the Xbox.
Is it Phil Spencer?
Wow. Is it
he said something too. He said he needs to. Let me say it again, but slower. They may need to rethink their relationship with Activision.
Oh, okay. Let me send this shout out. First name basis. What's up, bro? What's up? Welcome to the show. He said, I'm in the house. Okay, yeah, you in the house. I don't know what house you in, but you in somebody's house. I hear you. But anyway, welcome to the show. But, so I didn't know Phil said something. So anyway, the situation is apparently they're calling for the resignation of Bobby Kotick. I think that's how you say it.
I think it's Kotick.
Kotick.
Or Kotick. Kot, something like that.
I said Kotick the first time. You said no. You said Kot. We're going to say Kotick. There you go. Now, Bobby
Kane
is being pressured to resign not only by in-house some of the women inside of Activision, but by Xbox and PlayStation heads have also responded to the scandal.
And shareholders.
Right. So the situation, so the situation is apparently there was some situations that popped off inside of Activision with the employees, and apparently a person got raped. Maybe
it started in July.
Yeah, I'm saying it. It's an Activision bad year beginning on July 20th. that when California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing filed a suit against the company accusing the gaming giant of discrimination against its female workforce and fomenting a frat boy work culture. Now, K-Bum said something I didn't even know that when I was doing the research, kind of find out that they was actually able to drink. Day drink. Go ahead and break that down, this day drinking.
Well, day drinking is allowing alcohol during the workday.
Okay.
The only time I've ever seen that in corporate America was like when the job would kind of get shut down for a event at the job. But it was kind of I don't know if it was a weekly thing or something like that, but they would allow day drinking, which is drinking during the day, during your work day. Like, so it's not like it's an event or it's a party, it's during the work day.
So they get the drink at the job, basically.
I don't know if it was a certain day or something like that. I don't know if it was like every day, but
okay.
that was the thing. They were allowed to drink at the job.
Okay,
yes.
So that kind of point to this whole frat boy workplace culture. So it said it's been a turbulent time ever since, culminating in a Tuesday report from the Wall Street Journal that put CEO Bobby Kotick futures with the company in doubt. Citing internal documents and people familiar with the matter, the journal report that Kotick was aware of several concerning workplace issues within the company, including an alleged rape of a woman by her supervisor, yet he did not disclose the knowledge to Activision Blizzard, a board of directors. Ooh, this is all facts, people. This is not hearsay. He knew about the allegations, yet he chose not to share. A alliance of workers across Activision Blizzard has responded by calling for Bobby, I'm not going to keep trying to say his last name, to be replaced as CEO. Is organized an employee walkout on Tuesday that attracted more than 150 people. That wasn't that big, and created.
We understand that people work from home as well,
right,
so that probably was most of everybody at the office.
That's true. You makes a lot. Okay, this wasn't Netflix. Okay, so anyway, Tuesday that attracted more than 150 people and created a petition signed by over 1,000 staff members demanding Bobby's resignation. Bobby didn't directly respond. This is his last name there, K-Bum. I'm not saying it. Bobby didn't directly respond to the demands that he leave the company, but did release a statement on Tuesday with general comments on the situation. As I have made clear, we are moving forward with new zero tolerance policies for inappropriate behavior, and zero means zero. Any reprehensible conduct is simply unacceptable, he said. That is terrible. Nobody wrote for this brother? Nobody said, hey, Bobby, we might need to revise that a little bit and get a little bit more, show a little bit more empathy and seriousness about the situation. So on Wednesday, a group of shareholders sent a letter to the board of directors seeking the resignation of Bobby and other executives. So he's not the only one on the line. There's other folks on the line. According to the Washington Post, the group holds this was one of the issues with the situation too as well, because the people that want him to resign only hold a small part of shares
of the company.
So this group only holds 4.8 million shares out of a total of roughly 779 million. They are wrinkled in the situation, but the Post noted, and I kind of find out that this group has also already been wanting him to resign for a while. So this ain't nothing new under this situation. I'm gonna read this last paragraph because I ain't trying to read all this. Activision Blizzard is one of the biggest gaming companies in the world. Call of Duty. It owns Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Crash Bandicoot, and many more hugely popular franchises. Last year, it recorded $2.2 billion in profits. Here's everything you need to know about the involving situation. So I'm not going to read all that, as y'all can see. So me and K-Bum is about to tackle this discussion leading off of what we just talked about, toxicity in the gaming online space. Apparently there's a lot of toxicity going on behind the scenes in development. What is going on with a rape? A rape? Come on, bro. Now, I know we don't have the facts, all the facts, but these are some major allegations. What's your thoughts?
Well, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. I
Okay,
can.
my mic was messing up. Well, one of the biggest, what started this off, the article actually doesn't say. But what started off the investigation was one of the young ladies, a picture of her private part made its way around the office.
Oh.
Right? So I don't know how they got it, but the picture of her private parts made its way around the office. And this young lady committed suicide.
Yeah, I heard about this. The suicide. I ain't know that's why though. Okay, so you sharing
That's
information I
why.
didn't know.
That's why
Okay.
she committed suicide, because the picture of her private parts was circled around the office. So that was the initial kind of investigation into this, and then they found all this other stuff.
Wow.
Here's my take. What's making Activision look bad is their protection of their culture, the protection of what they've done so far, and their protection of Bobby, their CEO. They have released statements saying that they stand fully behind Bobby, that the articles that come out were wrong, and that all these other allegations have misinformation, and that Bobby acted appropriately. And when you have allegations of someone who was raped and no one did anything, there was supposed to be an investigation, and the person kept working there at Activision. So my wife works in HR. My wife works in HR, and I actually talked to her a little bit because I wanted to know the process, right? If someone came to HR at my job and said that this person and claimed sexual assault, right? Allegations of sexual assault. She told me what would happen was this. They would take the person who is being the person who they're saying committed the assault. That person would be sent home with pay, and there would be an investigation. So they will remove that person from the situation.
Right.
The person who allegedly did something, and then there would be an investigation of what happened. And then after the investigation, that person would either be fired or that person would be allowed back on the team because they would find that the allegation is false. And if so, the person who committed the allegation would be moved. Right? There's no way that they're gonna, if it was a fake allegation, they move it. But they remove someone from the situation. Right? They did, and then there is a resolution to what happens on either side. There is some type of resolution. What it sounds like for me, from my point of view, and listening to the stories, looking to the articles, and what I'm hearing is that the people services, the public relations, the HR, and Activision either were one of two things. Either they were inadequate to do their job, which means they didn't care about their employees. It was just they just swept things under the rug or made it seem like things were okay. Right? One of them, they said they gave sensitivity training, or not much sensitivity, diversity training to the team, one of the teams that had multiple allegations of sexual harassment.
Okay.
Either they were The HR were powerless.
So this is
not powerless.
This is the HR. Okay, well let me back up.
Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard. So
Okay.
So the HR, the human resources, the people services, the people relations, the people that handle these requests were either they were just swept things under the rug or didn't really care about their employees, which I'm hearing is probably part of it. Or two, they were powerless to enact any type of actual action.
So I guess my question, because when I was first reading this, I didn't see it as but they would have to been alerted because she filed a complaint. So
there's been in other allegations they talk about how they went to, and the lady was raped. The one that the lady was raped, she went. And she talked about two different instances. One was, sorry, I can't say that word. R-A-P-E, because I heard you two don't like that word. And another one, she had a sexual assault, right? And she actually took it to HR
so they were aware. Now, the first person...
nothing happened to him.
So the first person that, her private area was kind of shared around with other employees. That sounds like what they call a quid pro quo. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Quid pro quo.
Where a lesser employee is being, a manager or someone that's in a higher position is exchanging favors for sexual or relationship or stuff like that. It's called quid pro quo. So you in relationship with me and I give you special treatment thing. That's kind of what sounds like what was going on in the first situation. Where the girl committed suicide, and the second one, is classified under the R word. And since I thought about it, I did say it like it was, and I didn't know you two don't like that word like that. But anyway, the R word. They don't like a lot of words. I'm finding out. They don't like the R word. They don't like the C word. They don't like the C with the 19 word on it. So, but anyway, so. We got some more people up in here. Who is this? TS Nintendo Gamer. I think that's how you say that. Anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome. So the human resources did know about it. So this is real, for real,
they know about it.
Negligence. That's why this is so hot, because it ain't that they were powerless. It can't be that, because they human resources. They can do whatever they need. Why would they be powerless?
No, because and again, I read further down in the article.
Go ahead.
Maybe a different article that. There were that they said they should fire this particular guy. I don't know which the incident it was,
but CEO, right?
The recommendation. No. The recommendation. One of the guys that committed the allegations.
Okay.
That the recommendations from the investigation that this guy should be fired.
Right.
Bobby came in and told them that you're not firing him.
Okay, that makes sense. So, now, that puts better scope on what's going on. So they had the power, but they got usurped by a higher power.
They possibly. Like I said, I think it's a combination of both of those things I said. I don't think it was one over the other. I think they really didn't care about employees, and also they didn't have the power to enact the things they needed to enact and fire the people that need to be fired, because they were superseded by the management system.
Or they did want to fire these particular employees, and they out clause by having the CEO saying we are not going to fire them. They must.
No, HR has nothing to lose by telling you to fire somebody.
No, what I'm saying, if they didn't want to fire him, let's say they didn't want to fire him, like you said, the culture there was a frat boy culture, right? So if the culture there is like that, not only I use where I work at, a lot of the people that work in human resources also deal directly with the people that's the CEOs and the directors and the big wigs that sit on the hill and make the grandiose decisions. They sit there with these people and they kind of interchange with one another. So some of them carry multiple hats. So working at a college. So I can see the CEO having and the people that work in human resources also probably had engagement and friendship with probably the people who were in the investigation and being accused of situations, and they didn't want to get rid of them. They liked them. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a possibility with that. Yeah, it's a possibility.
Yeah, because
some of those cases may have at that piece of it too.
Right, because a lot of in some situations the human resources is not away from like where I work. Human resources is interacting on campus where we at. So the people that's in human resources deal with everybody. So you not like some human resources, like when I worked at Blockbuster, for instance. If something happened in my store, human resources was detached from that. They didn't have no relationships with us outside of just being human resources. So
right.
if they called up on me, let's say I did something and an employee didn't like what I done, they can call human resources on me. Human resources ain't got no relationships, no rapport with me and so whatever they need to do, they gonna do it. I don't have no rapport with the CEO. I might have one with the director, but the director can't stop or the district leader couldn't stop human resources from firing store manager because the district leader like me, because they don't have no rapport. They're what do you call neutral. They just enforce the laws and the bylaws and whatever the company has in their bylaws. Whereas at my job currently, human resources is on campus. They engage with the president. They engage with the directors. They go out to eat together. They go out to lunch together. So if my director does something to me and my director has lunch with the people over in human resources and I come with a complaint, that could get swept under the rug because they trying to protect their friend.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I think probably took place here with this situation.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Right,
I see what you're saying.
Right, so that's the only way that because if the human resources was totally detached, and then the CEO came in and said we're not firing him, that's if he totally detached from the situation, he has to know these people. That's what I'm saying. He has to know them, and
he just know. It could be he just know the person that he's buddy with the person that's going to get fired.
That's going to get. That's what I mean. He had to know that person. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, and let me see what he said. I think it's not all that bad to use the R word, but all gloves are off when you call someone you know is disabled the R word. Okay. Well, the R word, that's another R word. We talking about the
I'm talking the RAPE word.
Yeah, you talking about
that word. Yeah, I know you're talking about the other one. Yeah,
I'm talking about the RET. Yeah, he talking about RET. Okay. So anyway,
yeah.
But so now let's get into the other part. Why do you think? And I didn't know Sony. I didn't know Microsoft had jumped on with looking for a little bit more. Actually, I think they want them gone. All of them want them gone. Why do you think Sony and Microsoft is throwing their lot in their words in and are throwing their pressure in to have them removed?
Because for one, this looks bad on the gaming community.
Okay.
Right. That if one of the biggest gaming companies has this type of culture, the question is, do the other ones have as well, right? Does Sony and Microsoft also produce this type of culture, right? And so they're like, oh heck no, you ain't about to get us thrown under the rug with this type of behavior. But here's my thing on that. And this is why I'm so confused on what's going on here. Normally, when something like this happens and a company gets attacked, what they do is they find a scapegoat. Normally, it's the CEO. They blame everything on the CEO, say he was the one in charge. They say things like they admit fault, saying, yes, we allowed these things to happen in the past. We're going to remove the people that enabled this behavior. We're going to introduce new leadership so that this never happens again, right? And they kind of find themselves a scapegoat, and they fire the scapegoat, and they make claims that they're going to change their behavior and so on and so on, right? That's what normally happens with a big company like this has a scandal like that.
Right. What?
Activision is protecting Bobby.
I'm trying to show you why they protected him. I'm going to show you why they protected him. Do you see what I just
They're
highlighted?
protecting Bobby. Last year, it recorded 2.2 billion.
That's what. Do you see why they're protecting this brother? This brother making them money.
2.2 billion?
Right.
He's making them money?
He making them money. They look. That's why. Because whatever he's doing,
billion?
They have made $2.2 billion in profit under him. So whatever it is, they ain't trying to lose him. So
they ain't trying to lose that. But that's making he's taking down the entire company though, and that's my and that's the danger we're doing that, right? If saying that we stand behind Bobby, right, and saying making comments like that, and then you see that even Bobby was in on it. They even Bobby had several sexual assault things that he swept under the rug. Like not only did he allow it to happen to other people, he partook in some of this, and so I'm like, you're going downhill, you're going down with the ship. Throw overboard and lose some of that weight, and normally that's what happens. So I'm just so surprised that they're willing to take down the entire ship to protect Bobby. And the whole comment in my head about the zero tolerance made me want to throw up in my mouth. Like, you allowed this stuff to happen for years, and now you want to say you introduced the zero policy within the last few weeks because the pressures got turned on. It makes me want to throw up. You ain't made no real changes yet. One thing real quick.
Okay.
In order to make real change, they have to get rid of every single person that allowed this behavior to happen. If you don't remove these people, you're not changing the culture. You're masking it.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I was finna say, and Keith up in this joint. What's up, brother Keith?
What's going on?
Yo, what's up, Keith?
Man, you came in on the hot one, bro. We talking about this situation with Activision. And let me get my stuff right so that I can get us in here right. So, but anyway, what I was finna say, and I was finna read some more of this, but the question I asked you, why you think Sony and Microsoft is jumping on this, and I think Nintendo, what his name up in here? TS Nintendo Gamer said it. Hold on, let me go back. Y'all still there? I'm doing too much at one time. Are y'all still there?
Yeah, we're still. Yeah.
All right. So he said, I think there has been sexual harassment issues in Microsoft and Sony's workplace, but I think he meant I could be wrong. Now, we don't know if that's the case, but being in the culture that we're in and what we just seen with Hollywood and the Me Too movement and Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, this could happen to gaming. Once one accusation comes out, then a lot more accusations start coming out, and then a lot more people behind are in the hot seat because these women start to speak up and begin to share their experiences. So
since July,
they
have no. Since July, they have had an additional 500 allegations.
Now imagine. Okay, now look at, let's say, okay, so that's just at Activision, K-Bomb.
That is just Activision.
That's just Activision. What if women who have experienced harassment, and I'm finna read some of this, harassment and unfair compensation and in the workplace at Microsoft or at Sony or at Nintendo or at well, I'll name another, Bethesda or EA. This can have a for real domino effect because of this catching wind. Now, I'm not saying that's
I think anyone who experienced any kind of sexual harassment should speak up and say
Right.
something about it. I
Absolutely.
don't care. I know you're saying that. I'm just making sure we put that on record.
Not just that. I think these companies should look at the landscape and try to get in front of it
Right.
before it blows up in their face. The people are going to still lose their job. CEOs should still sit down, especially like this guy. If they knew about it, but I think
he gotta
companies
go.
should get it. They got to go, but companies should definitely get in front of it and say, wait, we have to change the culture. We got to stop being immature, because that's where that type of stuff comes from. Sexual harassment, that's immaturity. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop being immature and grow up and actually run a legit business. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting consent from somebody, whether it's sexual or just even just touching their shoulder, if there is no welcoming consent or whatever, you don't do it. Do your
Right.
job, go home.
And that's why I was bringing up that quid pro quo, because it's going to probably, for a lot of these, going to fall up under that, where these women are being sexually harassed by supervisors and people over them and feeling pressured into doing things they don't want to do, or allowing unwanted sexual advances to take place, and feeling empowered to speak out about it because I don't want to lose my job. I worked hard to get to this position. I don't want this temporary, in their mind, temporary inconvenience to be what causes me
to hang over their career.
Yeah, or cause them to lose their job and be blackballed or blacklisted out of the industry. That like I said again, a lot can take place. But I want to read this because I stopped here, but I started reading. I'm like, man, we might need to keep reading.
Go ahead, brother.
It says the DFEH suit accused Activision Blizzard of workplace discrimination. It alleges women are compensated unfairly, paid less for the same job. That's crazy. Scrutinized more heavily than their male peers and subject to considerable harassment. The agency called Activision Blizzard a breeding ground for harassment and discrimination, in which women are subject to regular sexual harassment by often high-ranking, like I told you, quid pro quo, high-ranking men who largely go unpunished. Illustrative of the claim DFEH is making against Activision is an office ritually referred to as the club crawl. That's crazy. They got a nickname for it, in which men allegedly drink co-ops amounts. I think that's how you say that. Co-ops, copies. I don't know how you say that. My brain is freezing. Amounts of alcohol crawl through the office cubicles and engage in inappropriate behavior, including groping. Including
at the
groping.
workplace, bro?
Yeah. The lawsuit described incidents including alleged allegations that female employees committed, that a female, that's what you brought up, committed suicide during a business trip as a result of a toxic relationship with a supervisor. Quid pro quo. I was right on the money. Women and girls now make up almost half of gamers in America, but the gaming industry continues to cater to men. This suit reads. So like I said, this is finna go, bro. this is finna catch, cause this is gonna turn CNN and Fox News and MSNBC and
already hit
the
Washington Post.
Washington Post. So you finna see a domino effect.
Washington Journal. My fault.
Washington Journal.
Yeah, Washington.
But you finna see a domino effect. And as this gets more and more coverage, you're going to see a lot more women, whether it's true or false. You're going to start seeing a lot more names, a lot more accusations, and a lot more happening. So, of course, Microsoft, of course, Sony is going to start speaking out right now because they, work, especially Sony, they do a lot with Call of Duty and the promotion of that game and coming to their system first a lot of times. So this is a serious situation. Go ahead, Keith. You got any other thoughts?
Man, I kind of listened to y'all already, and I think y'all hit every point that needs to be hit. I honestly can't go into too many details.
Okay.
I've been rehearsing tonight, and that's all I was telling y'all. But man, it's a sad situation. that people are experiencing this, and that this is something that they have to come to work to, or that they choose to come to work to. But I'm not saying that. But you know what I mean? Like, they're coming into this workplace because they want to be a part of gaming, and this is the culture. This is the culture that they're coming into, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Because as a fan, I'm just looking at it like, oh, I just want my games out, not knowing that these people are going to work, experiencing these things. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. It really sucks. And this guy definitely needs to be fired. He needs to go.
All the leadership that allows it need to be fired.
All of it, because he's probably the head honcho.
Yeah, he is. And shouts out to Miss Nia, keeping a brother. She gave me the way to say it. It's copious. There you go. Copious. Got it. Not sure I was struggling. Like the brother know how to read a little bit, but I couldn't get that one out. Anyway, I've been watching some, I ain't gonna say no names, Next Gen 720 was reading and it was woo. Anyway, let me stop. I ain't trying to start no beef. I ain't trying to start nothing over here. I ain't trying to start. I don't want no problems.
Oh, that's funny.
Don't tell him I said that, because he'll sure come over and talking stuff.
I've worked in corporate America for like 14 years, man. I've worked in corporate America, and it's hard for me to believe that this was allowed. This is a culture. Culture, for a large part, is usually given from the top down, right? It's usually defined by the higher ups. They define the culture. Now there are micro cultures, right, that your team, your leadership, and your team gives, but you know, the culture is usually is defined by the top down. And I'm sorry if you allowed this culture to exist at your workplace. I've never seen anything like this in my 14 years of corporate America. Heads need to roll. If not, forget Activision Blizzard. I need to stop playing Overwatch, because I didn't know it was this bad until I got a chance to sit down and read it and did some reach on it. This is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, mean, it clearly is not a lie, because they did an investigation and this is what they discovered. So, yeah, this is bad, man.
There's some stuff that's probably false in here, but there's a lot of truth here.
Well,
right? I'm not gonna say all. I'm not gonna say all of it's true.
Right. I'm just saying
you still have to prove stuff in court of law and stuff like that. You still got to prove stuff in court of law, blah blah blah. But there's a lot of truth. There's so much
smoke,
truth in this. Where smoke, there's an absolute fire, burning. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Well, of course, that's what I'm saying. There's after this investigation and what they got, there's clearly issues. I ain't saying everything is. Every accusation, I'm pretty sure there's some bloviation coming from points and different individuals that's you know trying to get payday. But you can't fake suicide. You can't fake
a
person's private area being. You can't fake quid pro quo. You can't fake drinking. You can't fake people crawling through the cubicles, and that's all there. So it's a lot. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So anyway, let's get to this next one. So we on our last topic, and we're going to wrap it up. So Jeff Keighley announced. We went ham on that last topic. But Jeff Keighley.
We needed to.
Yeah, we did. Jeff Keighley has come out with the nominations for the Game Awards. And I didn't really want to focus on all the nominations. Mainly the Game of the Year. So I'm gonna take us down here closer to the Game of the Year, and and look at some of these titles, and get y'all thoughts on it, because I was pleasantly surprised by what made it in. I really was. I was shocked by what made it in. So, are you familiar with what games made it into Game of the Year, Keith?
I know the one you're surprised about, but not all of them. Let me look it up right quick. Everybody, I apologize. I've been rehearsing and I've been kind of away, so I apologize to everybody.
I can read them off to you if you got the time.
Deathloop, I got them. Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart.
And
And Village, Resident Evil Village.
3 games I played this year. That's what's up.
Yeah.
congratulations, sir.
So now I take it back. So now I'm not gonna lie. I think Metroid Dread is a dope game, but I was not expecting Metroid Dread to make it into Game of the Year. It really wasn't. But that was kind of cool. And I knew Ratchet and Clank would. What was the other one that they said? Psychonauts. So yeah, give me your thoughts, man, because you play majority of these titles.
Yeah, you probably play. Yeah, you play more than all of us.
Yeah, go ahead, man. You came at the right time.
Okay, so Resident Evil Village is a good game. It's a good. I don't know how to say. It's definitely Resident Evil. I don't know. It's really creepy. You know, they're going in this different direction. This first person started with 7. It's a good game. I wouldn't call it Game of the Year, but I definitely think it's a good game. I think everybody should play it, give it a shot, give it a chance. Psychonauts 2. I absolutely love the idea of Psychonauts 2. I love the idea of mental health and how they tackle those things and how they were able to go into detail with each mission, I guess you could say, and how they broke it down, and it made you think for yourself, like, oh man, I experienced some of that in my real life. So Psychonauts 2 in that regard deserves to be up there, but whoo, it's heavy. And it got boring after a while. It was like, because it was just so much dialogue, so much talking. It was literally a cartoon or a movie. It was almost too heavy to be a game that you can escape to. You know, because that's what I used game before. I escape.
Yeah.
I escape, and I'm going into this world where it's like I appreciate it, but Jesus, this is some heavy stuff. And then I know I sound biased, but I played through Metroid Dread twice. Now, it's not a long game. I think my first playthrough was like 10 hours, and my second one was like 3.
Not bad.
You know? So, it was the most fun I had out of those 3 games. Resident Evil being a second one for me. But I definitely give it to Metroid Dread. The speed, for me, because I've been playing Metroid for so long, I was able to just jump right in. And I know a lot of people, Jaffe, we're having issues. But if you're familiar with the gameplay, you're familiar with the tropes, if you're familiar with how they hide items, you'll be okay. Now, you can, the bosses and things like that may be difficult, but that's the fun of the game. You know what I'm saying? Overcoming those bosses. But Metroid Dread to me is my game of the year. I played through it twice. I might mess around and play through it again. I mean, it's just a fast.
Just rub it in, Keith. Keep rubbing it in, man. Go ahead, rub it in.
I mean, it's one of those games that you can just pick up and play. It's kind of like a single player version of like a multiplayer game. Because what do you do in a multiplayer game? You jump in and you play, you get your fun, and then you get out. I can do that with Metroid. I remember playing all night one night. I was like, oh, shoot, I need to go to bed. I got work tomorrow. I haven't had that experience in a long time, and Metroid gave me that experience.
One of my issues, and I'm not saying that Metroid Dread doesn't deserve to be there because it is an excellent game, but I find it strange that Metroid Dread didn't make it into any other category.
It was a couple other categories.
Was it? I haven't seen. I didn't see it.
In. I'm trying to remember. It made it into. I'm trying to remember it because I did say as I watched the video, there was a couple of other categories. I think it was
best action adventure.
Okay, then I don't have a problem because that was my issue. Like, man, I'm seeing Ratchet, I'm seeing Deathloop, I'm seeing all these games show up in a whole bunch of other categories, and I'm not seeing. I wasn't seeing and I didn't watch the whole thing, so I'm glad y'all said because I was like, well, how did it get Game of the Year, but it didn't hit any other one? But you saying it did, so that's cool. That makes more sense.
What would you like it to be in? Like, what do you think?
I'm just saying, like you said, best action game. I'm seeing Nia put that down there. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just like, I would think if it's a Game of the Year, it's gonna be in other places as well. to me, it makes sense to also be in other categories. But it, like you said, it was, and I didn't see it, but that's cool because I'm seeing. I guess it's best action adventure game. It got to show because it's just best action game. Just okay, Metroid Dread. Okay, that makes more sense to me.
I'll be honest. Even though I played through this game twice, thinking about it a third time, graphically it's not the best. Sound wise, it's cool, but it's not the best. I love the music, but it's not the best.
Cyberpunk should not be in any category. But go ahead.
Who?
Cyberpunk.
It's in one. It's in one.
But you have to understand that the PC gamers did not have the same experience that the console gamers had.
K-Bomb, stop defending this game, man. No, we're not defending this man.
No, I'm telling you the truth. You can take it if you want to. The truth is the PC gamers did not have the same experience.
And Stadia.
Most anticipated. That should not be a category, most anticipated game. Stop it. Jeff, you just making up categories. Nia said I 100% agree with Keith. Now, what was you saying, Keith? Because I missed what she agreeing with. So go ahead and say what you're saying again.
It's not the best, like to be in all these other categories. It's really not that good to be in these other categories. Game of the year, as a complete package, yes. But as a whole... I mean, as a like, if you start stripping it down, it's not the best. Graphically, it's not the best. Sound wise, it's not the best. Brand new like type of gameplay is not the best. But as a whole, it works. It really, really works as a whole. So I don't really think it needs to be in any other category. If it doesn't win Game of the Year, they may try to slide Nintendo a little something. I think that's probably what you was alluding to. By saying that it ain't really
because the one game that I thought they might have been throwing some love, because the only game that I think was Psychonauts, because I thought that was the only Xbox game in there, but I wasn't saying that about Nintendo. I was literally honestly like shocked that I wasn't shocked that Metroid Dread made it into Game of the Year. I guess before I saw this, I was shocked that it that's the only place it made it. I was like, wow, I'm seeing Ratchet and Clank in like 8 other categories. I'm seeing Deathloop in a whole bunch of different categories. Ratchet and Clank in a whole bunch of different categories. Psychonauts in a whole bunch of different categories. And then to get to Game of the Year and Metroid Dread shows up there, it's like, that's strange. But like I said, I'm not saying it don't supposed to be there, but you said it did show up in best action game adventure. Adventure game. Okay, that at least is in one other spot. That's not many, but still, all these other games are showing up across all these different. Right. What's the word? Categories. They showing up in other categories like best light, best graphics, best sound, best story. These games are showing up in all these other categories, and Metro Dread just only shows up in 2. And I was like, well, as dope as Metroid Dread is, and I think it is dope, and I think it probably is one of the best games this year, just going over how every other game is being measured, it doesn't, but you hit it on the nail, Keith. Total package, yes, it is. I agree with that. I was shocked at this game right here. Nintendo All-Star Brawl made it into best fighting game. I got to play that game, man. That game looks like it might be good. But go ahead, Nintendo All-Star Brawl.
You mean Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon. I said
Nickelodeon. Yeah, Nickelodeon. Yeah, you said Nintendo. Yeah, right. I said Nintendo too.
Yeah, I called you.
I was going to say, hey, we're going to get in trouble.
Right.
Nickelodeon. Right.
Right. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with it being there. I just thought it should be in a few other categories, which it is, at least in one other category.
Besides Ratchet and Clank, what else did y'all play in the Game of the Year category?
It Takes Two, and it definitely should be there.
Huh.
It Takes Two should be there.
You played it with your daughter, you said, right?
Yeah, we beat it. We beat It Takes Two. I beat Ratchet and Clank. I played Metroid Dread. I'm at the final boss. I ain't beat. That's one. I can't beat this Joker. But anyway, I played that. I haven't played Deathloop, and I haven't played what was the other one?
Resident Evil.
I played some of Resident Evil. I have played it, but I rather it go back to seeing. I like Resident Evil 4. I think they should have stuck with that instead of going first person. You know I don't like first person like that. But anyway, what I played was cool, but I ain't played enough of it to really give it any critique. But out of the games that I played, of the three that I know, out of the 3 of the 5 that I have played and beat, other than Metroid Dread, because I'm at the final boss, so I'm technically almost beat it. I would say Ratchet and Clank would be for me. With It Takes Two. Not to say that Dread is not a great game, it is, but I would either go Ratchet and Clank, Rips Apart. It Takes Two was dope, man. It was dope, way doper than I expected it to be. But Metroid Dread is way doper than I didn't expect to get into Metroid Dread like I did. But if I had to look at both and what each was doing, I don't want to be biased and say Metroid is a toss-up between the two on which did what better. I would say Metroid was tighter, probably better in controls and what it does, but Metroid wasn't doing near as much as It Takes Two was doing. It Takes Two was doing a lot of stuff. And the storyline is immaculate. It's a very well told story. It throws a whole bunch of different styles of gameplay at you in one game. You playing a whole bunch of different games in one game. So it'll probably, if I be honest, out of those 3, it'll go Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. I would let It Takes Two edge out Metroid just by a tad bit, and I put Metroid as my third out of the 3 that I have played. That's how I would say it. And I know Metroid is tight, but I if you play It Takes Two, Keith, I think you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying.
I'm looking at footage right now. I'm looking at footage right now. It looks very innovative.
It's taking elements from so many different genres of games and putting it in there and doing it well. And it literally forces you to be a team. Unlike other games, you got to work together because in that game, one person has one particular weapon you need to maybe get the enemy to show his face, but the other person has a weapon to shoot it. So you got to get it to show his face, and the other person has to shoot it once you get it to show his face. So you literally got to work together as a team. It's not one of them games that I can just beat up everything and me and my daughter can progress to the next stage. She has to do her part or we stuck. And I can't play. You can't use both controllers. So the game forces you to be a tandem in a way that I have never experienced in a multiplayer game. And to me, that alone was amazing. The storyline was real if you in marriage and you know the ups and downs of marriage and kids and all that, and how some seasons in your marriage can be really low spots where it's like y'all just y'all just having a house together. Y'all just what they call that when y'all
codependence.
When you got a person that live you share an apartment with
just roommates.
You just roommates. It can be like that sometimes. You can't, but Keith, I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know you talking about, bro.
Where your man cave is your house for a season. So let me stop. Anyway, so the game hit all those chords, and I was like, man, this is real because I know what marriage is. This is real. And then the daughter relationship, me having 3 girls, it was real. So the storyline hit, and it did everything really well. I was saying the only thing about it was you could tell when you started to get to the end because they kind of start streamlining everything and rushing you through the end it just ended real quick, like they just rushed you through the last portion of the game just to get you through it. But overall, the game was amazing. And Metroid Dread, as dope as it is, Metroid did Metroid at the best it ever did it, but I don't think it done as much as this game done, if I be fair. But I'm not. Yeah. I had to be honest. For me, and I loved all of them, but none of these games is touching Ratchet and Clank. I don't give a care. Metroid Dread ain't touching Ratchet and Clank. It
I
Take
heard
Two.
some. I heard some Sony fans weren't really feeling Ratchet and Clank.
I don't care.
Hey, I
I
heard through the
don't care
grapevine.
what they talking about. I ain't even a Sony pony like other folks on here, but I enjoyed it for myself. K-Bum, I'm messing with you, K-Bum. I'm joking with you.
No, I heard shots fired. It's all good.
So that's what I would say. But Dread, that's hard for me. I want to say, but I can't. Honestly, I can't. As much as I enjoy Dread, I can't honestly say it was as innovative as It Takes Two. I really can't.
Now, for me, since you haven't segued into me yet, I'll jump right in.
Hold up, K-Bum. Look at Nia. Keep me good again. What does she say?
Cohabitation.
Cohabiting. Thank you, Nia. She saying yikes. Go ahead.
Big yikes. Big yikes.
And that's when you texting somebody you can't spell a word, you just change the whole word.
Right.
Change the whole word. Just forget it. Different word. So I don't know how to spell this one. So the only game that I've played on this list, and I'm going to play another one. I'm going to play Death Loop. I actually have it sitting over here. I decided to play Guardians instead of Deathloop because that was the game I was most anticipating. The only one that I've played.
He can miss me with these doggone orchestras. Anyway, go ahead.
So the only one I've played is Ratchet because I'm not a Resident Evil guy. I think I played a total of 4 hours of all the Resident Evil. You put them all together. So I'm not a Resident Evil person. Never have. And probably never will be.
Wait, so you didn't play the 2 and 3 remakes?
Why would I do that?
I think you would like those.
Nah, I played 2.
The remake or the original?
I played the original 3. Nemesis.
No,
I played the original Nemesis.
The remake, K-Bum. I think you would like the remake.
I pass.
You don't like being scared. You don't like jump scares.
No.
K-Bum, you be down there in that dark room with your OLED down there scared out your mind.
Excuse me, sir. I played the crap out of
toes
Dead Space.
all crunched up in your shoes.
Do that. Let's
picking
not do
up your carpet and rugs off the floor, butt clenching up on your chair.
You throwing shade now. You throwing shade. You know I played Dead Space. You know I did.
And you said you were scared out your mind with Dead Space, just like I was.
I played it, and I loved it.
I couldn't beat it, so you did
stop
better
hating.
than me.
Thank you.
Go ahead, man.
Anyway, back to my point. I'm going to play Deathloop. I'm going to play that game. I'm going to get to that. Hopefully, I get that before the game of the year so I can have my kind of opinion about it. My only fear, I know it's not, so I don't want to put it out there. Because I know it's not an inclusion pick, a diversity pick. Because I've already heard really good things about the game, so I know it's that. So, but I've talked to Keith about Psychonauts. I tried to get it, but I think it's maybe only digital because GameFly didn't have a copy. I tried to get it after our conversation, Keith, but I couldn't get it from GameFly. They didn't have a copy of it, so I still haven't played it yet. Because I know you kind of recommended it for me. I'm not going to pay a $59 game for my Switch. That's not going to work.
Psychonauts.
Maybe
I played it on PC.
No.
Yeah.
I was going to Dread.
Oh, okay.
I was going to Dread. Yeah. I'm not paying it. Maybe I try to get that from GameFly, but I'm not a 2D guy. I couldn't tell you the last
you
time.
ain't gotta buy it. I'll let you borrow it, man.
I know I'm not buying it, so that's without the question. That's beyond the question. But back to the only game that I played so far is Ratchet and Clank. And when I played it and I finished it, I said to myself, "Well, that was game of the year."
Yeah, I agree. I did.
That's what I
haven't said that about none of the games I played, but that game. That game, I give you that, K-Bum. That game to me, when I got done playing it from front to end, Keith, I had to admit it. I said game of the year too. I was like, this game of the year. And I haven't changed my feeling. I played a lot of games in between there. Before then, I played Dread. I love Dread. Dread is fun. Dread ain't game of the year to me. It Takes Two, amazing game. Fun. No, it's not game of the year. There is no other game of the year to me but Ratchet and Clank. Period.
There is no other. I don't think. My personal opinion. I'll say that.
I've never experienced a game that made me feel like I played a literal cartoon on Disney movie, like I was
a
playing
Pixar
a
movie.
Yeah, I was playing a Pixar movie.
There are no misses.
K-Bum, read the comments. Look at Nia throwing shade.
Hold on, let me see this shade. Let me see this shade. I can see K-Bum getting stuck. David Jaffe. He did an amazing game. He created a God of War, but that don't mean everything that man says is gold. He said a lot of stupid stuff in the past 10 years.
Man, we've seen it.
Yeah, he's done and said a lot of stupid stuff. Yeah, I don't mess with him. I don't mess with him. Anyway, that's cold blooded.
It's good to see Bridge of Spirits getting a lot of love.
Yeah. It is. I'm gonna get to that after I finish my point. What I was saying about Ratchet and Clank is that there's no misses. There's no miss on audio. There's no miss on graphics. There's no miss on storyline.
No.
There's no miss on fun. On fun factor, replayability. That like they did action, gameplay,
right?
Combat.
What is it? Platforming.
Platforming, exploratory, exploring the map. Level design. There's no misses there.
Bosses.
To me, that's what boss fights. Like that's what makes to me game of the year.
Let it be known that K-Bum is giving the championship to a platformer.
Yeah, he is.
Just want that to be known.
I'm giving game of the year to a shooter that has platforming elements.
Look how he framed it, Keith. He can't let it be what it is, man. It's a platformer.
I will defend it to the death that Ratchet and Clank is a shooter with platforming elements. I will defend that to the death.
Why ain't a platformer with shooter elements, K-Bum?
No,
that's what it is.
No, because Ratchet and Clank has always been about the guns. Always. That has been the calling since the beginning of Ratchet and Clank. It's about the creativity of the weapons that you use. The platforming elements is secondary to their most important features, which is the gunplay, the combat system with the gun. It's not about getting from point A to point B.
That's right, Neil. He exposed. I ain't heard that one in a long time. Exposed. I'm about to get that one. I got to sample Fat Gamer saying that though. I got to sample him saying that. Exposed.
But remember this. I gave my favorite game of last gen was a style of games that I do not play, which is RPG. And I gave the best game of last generation that title. So I'm not afraid of playing games that I'm normally not a fan of, because The Witcher, which is an RPG, I do not play RPGs, won my game of the generation. So, but I will fight to my death that Ratchet & Clank is a shooter with platforming elements.
You go to Wikipedia. Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank, like I said, man, Ratchet and Clank was impressive. Like, if there's one game that I think defines next gen or this current generation,
exactly,
is that game. And like K-Bum said, there was literally nothing weak. There was no weak link. There was nothing that I felt like they could have done better. That's what's weird. Yeah. The length of the game, perfect. It was a good length. The action and gameplay, the challenge was a challenge. The storyline was excellent. The voice acting, excellent.
Oh, yeah.
The graphics, superb. Boss fights, and not just the boss fights, the things you deal with in between boss fights.
In between the boss fights.
Amazing. Yeah. And
enemy diversity, and everything was well designed. Like, they didn't cut corners on the small, insignificant small things. Yep.
That was even highly detailed. just like the gravity boots and how bro, I can't stop. Look, is Ratchet and Clank is the game, man. And I know a lot of people want to hate because it's PlayStation and nobody in our comment section, but I know I got people in my head that I know will find it hard.
Hold on. I gotta jump in this because I'm tired of y'all. Wikipedia says it's a action platformer. And a third-person shooter while y'all going ham on
action platformer.
Action platformer.
And let's look how it's worded. Action platformer and third-person shooter. And so the shooting part is in the and. The main thing is action platformer. So it's Mario with guns, K-Bum. That's what it is.
Man, y'all don't shut up.
Thank you, Nia. Thank you, Nia, for schooling my friend K-Bum. He likes platformers. So go on out there and buy Mario and
I wish I would.
Raymond and Sonic. Go ahead.
I played Raymond. I did. I read it. I played it. And I was disgusted. I couldn't do it anymore. It was just the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. I couldn't do the platformer.
I will be shocked, but I'm happy that Metroid is there because it needs to be there. It's definitely worthy of a worthy contender for Game of the Year. I just can't give it to Metroid Dread, but Metroid Dread is an amazing game, and I'm happy to see it alongside. And it takes two. I'm glad that they was willing. I guess Cyberpunk was such a disaster. I bet that's what they thought would be there. That's what everybody thought would be there.
Yeah.
Is there any other games that you felt like could have been here in this list?
In the Game of the Year, just on the list.
Yeah, in Game of the Year, just Game of the Year.
Oh, just Game of the Year.
Is there any other games that came out this year that you feel like maybe should have been considered for Game of the Year before we get out of here?
That was.
I don't even know.
They hit mine.
Forza? No, I'm just playing.
A lot of people.
I think Forza came out
saying
too late.
Forza,
but I think it came out too late.
But a lot of people have been saying Forza though. I was reading on the comments, right, and a lot of people were saying that Forza deserved to be there. That was the biggest snub in a lot of people's opinion.
I do not agree. Halo's not out.
Halo's not out. Halo will be next year. Yeah.
Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
I'm messing with. I'm just throwing out games, man. What else came out this year? What else came out this year?
You know, that's sad that we not just throwing out games like that.
Because it ain't been. I guess that's another reason why a lot of these games made it in, because did we have a lot this year?
I mean, we did. It's just that I don't think we played a lot of them. Right.
I'm just saying stuff that we consider amazing games.
This year, I mean, no, not really.
We got Ratchet earlier. We got
Guardians. I can see up there, but I don't think it's Game of the Year. I think it's a really good game.
Okay, how would you compare Guardians? How would you compare Guardians to Ratchet and Clank? Is it anywhere in the ballpark?
It's lower tier.
It's lower tier. Okay.
It's lower tier, but to me. Well, I still think Ghost of Tsushima is better than.
Yeah, but that
Guardians.
came out. Yeah.
But that won Game of the Year though.
That came out. Yeah.
I think that won Game of the Year, didn't it? Yeah.
I'm playing Control right now.
No, Control came out a while ago.
Came out in February.
No. Control came out beforehand. Control is not a part of this year.
It came out in February this year.
No, Control was not a part of this year. Control was last year. I'm telling you, it came out on PC beforehand.
Let me look it up. I think it came out. I'm looking at the list from Game Informer. They got it at the top of February.
No, Control came out beforehand because Control was on the previous year's Game of the Year, I believe. I believe last year's Game of the Year or something like that. Control was a part of that list. Control isn't easing up for this year's Game of the Year.
But I wonder why they got it.
But I personally wouldn't put Control up for Game of the Year. I stopped playing it. I thought it was going to be a good game. I tried to like it, and I couldn't. No.
Is there any
I'm playing it now. It's cool.
Anybody in the
cool.
comments, and Nia, is there any games that's not on that you feel like maybe should be considered a game of the year contender that was not listed? Let us know. Anybody
Control
in the
came out in
comments section? 9
2019.
people in here. Let us know. Any games that y'all thought could have been up here before we get out of
It
here.
came out for the PS5, Pete, in February, but it came out on the PS4 August 2019.
Okay.
Hold on.
So-
Wait. Because you know
I'm looking at it right now.
2000
Wikipedia, brother.
Yeah, it came out.
It came out.
2018.
Initial release is August 27th, 2019.
Huh.
19 or 18? Because they saying 18.
And then February.
we got another person in here. Welcome to the
it came
show.
out, yeah.
Team 3. I didn't see you in there. You said 2018. That's when that game came out. Welcome to the show.
Team 3 says Forza. Team 3 is
What's
also on the
up?
Forza should have made game of the year.
I've only played a little bit. Now I didn't get a chance to talk about Forza. I know we finna get out of here. Forza, they're doing a little bit of a different thing. Like the story mode. I played the last thing I played. You were going through this jungle and you were trying to go through the Aztec temples or whatever. I thought that was pretty creative and pretty unique to be in a Forza game. Number one. So if there's more of that coming up, then I think that's pretty dope. But as far as the main game, if you play 4, if you play 3, I hate to say it, it's Forza. But those little segments, I'm just keeping it real. And graphically, I mean, it's better, but is it? I mean, is it really better? But those little segments in Forza where you're doing those missions, because you was like running from lightning, driving through storms. I was like, this is pretty cool. I like this. I want more of this.
Okay, so I'm looking in the comics and I'm hearing that I guess y'all said it here. Keith, you said that a lot of people saying that Forza got snubbed. I'm seeing Nia say it. I'm seeing Team 3 say it. Do you think it should have got in over Psychonauts?
No, I think
No.
Psychonauts had a big enough following behind it.
then
And people love Double Fine. People love that guy. The main guy for Double Fine. So no, I don't think it would have made it over that.
I mean,
maybe over
It Takes
Resident
Two.
Evil, probably.
That was
I
a
think
shocker one. Resident Evil.
to
When
me
did that come
that
out?
was a shocker for me.
When did that came out
Early
last
this
year,
year,
didn't
wasn't
it?
May came out May this year.
It was this year.
Oh
Early
wait,
this year.
yeah, May.
Okay. Well, that was the one because I didn't. Resident Evil wasn't even in my radar but I didn't. So that was shocking to me.
It was a surprise to me that it made it as well. So I didn't think. So I think maybe over that, Forza. I think Forza would came out early enough. People would have more to say about it. But no, I think if anything, it would have made it over that.
I heard a lot of people kind of said that Psychonauts was good but not great. That's what I was
Yeah,
like.
it's heavy, man.
Yeah,
It's a
good
heavy
but
game.
not great. Where I guess is Xbox competitive game. I guess is competing with the Ratchet and Clank. So I guess that's what Jeff Keighley and I'm thinking. Like I said, I don't have no issue with Forza not making it because of the type of game it is. I don't have no issue with that. But that don't mean it shouldn't be there. But I don't see no problem with it not being there.
Yeah, I can't see it being there. Team 3 said 8.5 million downloads. Man, that was a rentals. Or those purchases. Oh, sorry, rentals. But no, I don't have a problem with it being there, but I don't think that it deserves to be there. Like, if it was up there, I would have been like, cool, it better not win, though. Because the majority of the game, I would say 90% of the game is Forza Horizon 4. 90% of that game is Forza Horizon 3. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a knock because those games are good. I still play 3 to this day. But it's just a racer, man. Like I just can't see a racer. You never get out your car. Those little segments that I talked about, those are really good. Those are really dope. But the majority of the game, it's still Forza. Like you just pick it up and you just do your thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Let me ask this: was this the first year of these current generation systems? This is the first complete year, right?
First
Yes.
complete year,
Yes.
yeah, because it came out last November 12th.
Right.
I know because I got it on my wife's birthday.
We just passed the first year. So I'm interested, man. That might be what we need to talk about next week, man. How is the second year stacking up so far?
Does anybody have a Series X?
Huh?
Does anybody have a Series X or a Series S?
Why you had to do that? You got Game Pass, so you know what they got over there. So at least we still can talk about it.
I think me and D2K got Game Pass.
Right, so y'all got the game
Anyway.
But yeah, we have to talk about that.
I'm excited about the new the new Unreal Engine that they showed for on that demo. That comes out for year 2 in 2022. They should be releasing that. So
what's the first game for that? Is it a game that's been developed?
No, there's no games. No game has been identified as using that engine. The engine's not out yet.
Okay.
And so the engine comes out officially in 2022.
Okay.
And so I don't know what the game's going to be, but that's going to be for year 2. So I'm hoping that does a big impact on the gaming industry because a lot of gaming utilizes the Unreal Engine. So,
hold on. I'm sorry, I can't let this 8.5 go. Man, Microsoft really find a way to make themselves look good. $8.5 million, bro. We already got Game Pass. We've been waiting on it. I'm sorry. I just had to find a way to take a shot at Microsoft.
But other folks probably got 8.5 million download sales.
I want to see the sales. Like, who actually out here buying the game? Like,
thank you, Team 3, for sharing that, though, man. We ain't knocking you, bro.
No, it's not. It ain't got nothing to do with him.
What's up, people?
Yeah, I'm just talking about Microsoft. They showed me, look at 8.5 million downloads. We already got.
They like they dropping bombs on us.
They do. We already got Game Pass.
8.5 mil. Wrap it up.
I said what I said.
So, anyway, this has been the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Mr. Norris got a chance to jump in. Bro, we was happy to hear your voice tonight. Did you have anything you wanted to say about that GTA before we get out of here? Because you the one shared the modded video. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Team 3 says stop hating. I'm just playing, man. No, man. I think they should have. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there's this mod for the GTA Trilogy that brings it up to Grand Theft Auto 5 level graphics. I thought that's what they should have did. What they released, and I know was it you level or K-Bond that said it's just the same level as Cyberpunk. It's definitely not Cyberpunk level. It's definitely not Cyberpunk level, but they should have never released that game in that state.
Right.
I really honestly think they should never even release the games. And what makes it worse is they took the original games off. So if you're having problems playing these new updated versions, you can't even play the originals. But I don't know who was asking.
You can't buy it new. You can't buy it new. If you had it before, you good, but you can't buy it new.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Just trying to give us something to tide us over to 6. I don't know. I don't even see the point of releasing that game, honestly. Those games.
And I got one more question because you didn't get a chance. So give me your thoughts on toxic online gamers. K-Bun was called all type of ungodly things by his teammate. I don't know what K-Bun was doing, but he made his teammate mad.
I was doing my thing.
So he got called Netherlands.
It's an N-word, but I don't think it was that one.
He got called Niggerlings. But go ahead, man. What's your thoughts?
I don't play online, but I know that's why Nintendo doesn't like for people to be chatting like that. And I think it's disgusting to be sitting behind your keyboard calling people N-word or whatever you want to call them just because you're playing a video game. Like, if we're just supposed to be using this for team chat and talking to our friends, that's cool. But I'm not down with all that toxic online game. Keyboard warriors, what they call them. These keyboard where you never say it to my face.
I call them internet gangsters. Is what I call them.
Internet gangsters, yeah.
They ain't gangsters, man. They nerds and feeble people who use their keyboard to be hard. I guess they are internet gangsters.
They gangsters. They want to be hard. They use the internet.
They spell and shoot out strong on them keyboards, all caps. Anyway.
All caps.
All they shooting is all caps. All you hear is this. All you hear. Anyway, let me stop if I mess up my stuff up here. Please. Thoughts, anything else before we get out of here, Keith? I want to give you ample time to share your thoughts, man, before you nerds with no
microphone
powers in real life.
Microphone. That's funny. That's
funny.
Nah. I think I'm cool. I mean, I'm still playing. I didn't get a chance to say what I've been gaming on. I'm still playing Astral Chain. This game long. This game is long. Like, what's going on?
But Bayonetta was long. Bayonetta 2, I felt like it should have ended way before it did. Like,
man, I don't remember. I don't know, maybe because Bayonetta didn't have the extra character with it, but this game feels long. I'm like, oh my God. And the fact that the character doesn't talk. You know, I don't like that.
And they make you do those investigation spots all the time, which slows everything up. Yeah, I quit. I gave up. It was fun for the first 10 hours I played. I was like, I'm done.
It's good though. I'm not gonna lie. It's good once you figure out the combat. It's good. I played a game called
Nia, you ain't finished Astro Chain? Wrap it up.
Oh, she ain't finished it either? Man, that's a long game.
Wrap it up. You better wrap all that up. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Kina, of course. What's fucking New Control?
I gotta get back on Last of Us 2. That's what I've been
you got it?
Yeah, I've been at it. I already started that. I'm about 8 hours in. Probably by my time, about 7-8 hours in. But I think I'm about a third through the game. I already seen the part that everybody was upset with the golf club. Mm-hmm. So how far am I?
Don't spoil it for me.
If you know what I'm talking, I know you. I'm not saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. So don't spoil it.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Keith? Right?
Yeah.
So based on that, how far am I? Because I passed that. And I'm a little ways
you're
past
early.
that. Huh?
You're early. I think you're still kind of early.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
That's the point. That's the point in the game where you thought it was going to end and it doesn't. Okay. You are early. Oh, I did tell K-Bun that I went ahead and downloaded Halo. Huh?
Halo. Team 3 said, wait, Assassin's Creed Valhalla didn't get nominated?
What?
that came out that was last year, wasn't it?
No, was it last year?
It came out for the PS5s. It came out when the new consoles came out.
Well, it was last year, Team 3, but no, that trash shouldn't be nominated at all. Go ahead. Nothing Assassin's or Creed should be nominated. Not even the Creed movie. Not even Michael B can't save anything Creed related.
That's funny.
So go ahead, Keith. My bad.
You heard it here first, ladies. He ain't saving it.
He can't save it.
No, I downloaded Halo Infinite today, the multiplayer. I'm not a multiplayer gamer, but I told K-Bun, I'm going to do it for the podcast. I'm going to do it for the people. So hopefully next time I get on, I have something to talk about. Because everybody been talking about it. Oh, Halo's Infinite multiplayer has been so incredible. Right. Let me find out. Let me see. So.
And I wonder how long it'll take you to get called in the N-word.
For real.
Okay. Well, that is the show, people. We thank all of y'all for tuning in. Team 3. Thank you for tuning in. Miss Nia, the video game heard. Wrap it up. No, I'm just playing. Thank you for tuning in. Who else is up in here? First name basis. 3,
2, 1.
TS Nintendo Gamer. Welcome to the show. K-Bomb 20. And keep going. So anyway, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. But we about to get out of here, so I'm gonna let these dudes sign out, starting with Mr. Norris himself. Go ahead, bro.
Man, I'm glad I was able to come in and jump in on the hot topic. It was a good show. I got to go back and listen to the beginning parts. And let's keep it gaming. Let's keep it less toxic. Let's keep it non-toxic. How about that? Keep it
non-toxic. Let's not call
non-toxic.
anybody Nicolets up in here.
Right? And let's stay professional in our workplaces. Because, you lose your job, that impact your family. Let's think, people. Let's think.
Right, exactly. Right. Mr. K-Bum.
Man, enjoy myself on the podcast. We might have to talk a little bit about the Spider-Man trailer. We didn't have enough time in this podcast. It was jam-packed to talk about it. It was jam-packed. We didn't have enough time to it. But yeah, I kind of want to hit on that, man, because that movie is going to be fire. So, I'm excited about that.
Who's going to see Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah.
Not the movie.
I'm not going to go see it.
I want to see it, but I don't know about the movie.
I think I'm going to take me and little missus out and go see it. All right, but go ahead, K-Bum. I apologize. I cut you off.
Yeah, no, that was it, man. I had fun. I enjoyed the conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time with K-Bum 20. Yeah, but it was fun, man. The comments section kept it hot today, even though Nia over there tripping about this shooter platformer. But it is what it is.
Yeah, she kept us honest tonight. Thank you for the vocabulary and pronunciations. Helping an old brother get stuff said right. She always keep me honest. But anyway, man, I'm thankful for y'all tuning in. Y'all know what we doing. Make sure y'all share this. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all do all that thumb up, like, everything. Matter of fact, let me put this up so y'all can see what I want y'all to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Notification bell. And share this thing. Anyway, we about to get out of here. Till next time, folks. Deuces.